Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Ausra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 324 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Dieter, and he writes, "Good evening, Ausra and Vidas. Just recently something electrical malfunctioned on our church's organ. As a result, we lost the 32-foot and 16-foot ranks in the pedals. Only 8-foot and 4-foot left. I have heard it is possible to create the illusion of, say, a 32-foot by playing two notes on a 16-foot in the pedals. I'm not averse to playing a two-note chord in pedals, as long as it is not too complicated for a hymn accompaniment, a bit like a drone. Question: is which two notes? Which two notes, right, Ausra?
Yes, that's right.
Have you heard about that anywhere?
Well, I have heard, with my one ear.
And what would that ear tell you?
I think from what I know, I think it might be a similar effect as we have in our church at St. John's. That we have that historical timpani stop. There are two wooden pipes. One is slightly higher than another, and when you pull out that timpani, we both sound at the same time and reverberate with each other. And this gives that effect of a drone.
But not very low drone. He needs 32 foot. What about trying to play an interval of the fifth?
Well, with these kind of things you need to experiment and to see what really happens. Because I think it might differ from one church to another, depending on the organ, depending on the acoustics. But as he wrote that actually he doesn't have 16 foot anymore in the pedal too. So how would he achieve?
Right, you're right. Only 8 and 4 are left.
So I think the best solution would be call a
technician.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't like these, electrical things, because you never know what might happen and you cannot be able to fix them for yourselves. Because when you have mechanical instruments, somehow you will, find out what is wrong with your organ.
Even pneumatical organ you can figure out.
Yes, but not in electrical.
Unless you are good with electricity.
That's right. Which we are obviously not.
I mean, you should be really experienced with electricity just to try to fix it. Because if you're not good and inexperienced, you might die. Right?
So don't do it. Don't fix it yourself.
Yes, unless you really know what you're doing. Unless you take all the precautions.
Actually, I know even, some professionals who actually died doing their job.
Right. And if you don't know what you're doing with mechanical organ, the worst that could happen is you might break things, right?
True.
But of course, this is also nasty, and maybe you could break things and nobody could repair them, right? Especially if it's a historical instrument. So you need also know what you're doing with mechanical organs. And to tell you the truth, real organ builders don't like organists looking and figuring out in the organ themselves. They would rather call, professionals to do this. And I understand them. But sometimes technicians and organ repairmen and organ builders are so far away. And maybe you just have one tiny cipher. You just need to screw one small thing and it will be fixed. If you know what you're doing. Right, Ausra?
Yes, that's right.
Maybe you don't need, entire cavalry of organ builders working on your little cipher.
So, but now let's go back to the question. Do you think it's possible to make that illusion of 32-foot sound with only 16-foot?
On Monday, when I'll go to our church in the morning, I will definitely try to play an interval of the fifth with the stop of 16 foot, not with 8 foot, obviously, because if you play a fifth with 8 foot, that would probably be illusion of 16 foot, one octave lower, or not.
Well, I'm not quite sure if this would work.
What would happen? Probably a very rich foundation.
I think you would rather create illusion about 32 foot with 16 foot, but not 16 foot illusion with 8 foot.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this will only sound muddy.
Could be.
When you don't have 16 foot in the pedals, what about 16 foot in the manuals? Maybe he should have 16 foot in the manuals because originally his organ has 32 feet in the pedals.
Well, then the possibility would be, to put the 16 foot in the manual and couple it to the pedal. That way you would have 16 foot in the pedal until your organ would get fixed.
Oh, that's right. It's possible.
That's what I would do, if I would be in his shoes.
But if he is only playing hymns, right? He says.
Yes.
So why don't he even play it with hands only?
Yes, that's a possibility too. But then everything would be with 16 foot. Soprano and alto and tenor and bass. And if you want to diversify more, then actually it would be probably better to put 16 foot in the pedals only and to play your hands on another manual if you have at least 2 keyboards.
And definitely he should have more than one keyboard with that kind of
that's right.
disposition. Nice solution, Ausra. I haven't thought about that.
Thank you.
I hope Dieter will get help from this and other people who are struggling with this question today or in the future.
So, and which 2 notes, he also asks, which 2 notes would you try to play in the pedal to get that illusion? You said you would do a fifth.
Open fifth, yeah, like C and G, D and A, E and B, F and C, G and D.
Don't you think that, the narrow interval would create that effect better?
if you're playing C and you're suggesting a third, for example, right?
Yes.
Or which one? A fourth?
C and D. Or C and C sharp.
That would be like a drum, like a timpani.
I know, that would be like a timpani. Well, I guess you just need to experiment.
I might be able to tell you more on Monday, probably, when I'll go to church.
We will see.
All right. Thank you guys for sending those thoughtful questions. Sometimes we don't always know the answers, right? But maybe your questions raise even more questions to us.
That's very good.
Right.
We like that.
It's an exercise for our brain too.
That's right.
To improve our memory. I keep forgetting things, Ausra. Are you forgetting things too?
Not as much as you do.
Are you forgetting my name, Ausra?
No.
Are you forgetting your name?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Wait and see. If you're eating that much cheese, you might forget your name too.
I'm not eating much cheese.
So who has eaten all that cheese from our table?
What cheese?
Okay, that was me. Sorry guys. Family investigation about the non-existent cheese is developing. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help."
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home, and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
and Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.